Welcome to Irish Outlaw Garage. I've been busy. I ain't had time to work on some stuff other than my son's D100 Dodge that's over yonder, and it's a electrical and mechanical nightmare. It's a little bit worse than I thought it was going to be, but I'm getting it. I'm not really filming any of that because you don't want to hear me cussing that much. But anyway, it's time to start dabbing into old Javy here. We got till June 13th from right now. It is February 27th, 2022. And I pulled her up here to the garage. It's muddy. It's just nasty out here. I opened the hood on this thing, and it's not good as far as wiring goes. I cleaned off the engine so I can see where all the oil leaks, water leaks, and it leaks everywhere. I'm gonna try my darndest to show you all these things. It's gonna be a little tough. It's gonna be a little tough because it's pretty tight in there. And you know, it's small block 304, but with air conditioning and everything else, this is going to be a monster. I got to take that whole entire front end of this motor off, and it's tight. So here we go. It's actually a nice day, but let's take a look in here and see what we got. So your alternator on a 304, usually, even on my Jeep, it's down here, and this is not good. This is some professional work that was done on this car, and of course, if you look right there, there's like everything cobbled on one post. So we need to get rid of that. That needs to, you know, I don't know if I'm going to put a auxiliary power source in here somewhere on the firewall or under the dash or whatever, but this stuff's got to go. Gotta change put new lines on it. They're for what looks to be close to original. There's the body ground. That's nice. That's really nice. But anyway, we'll get to this. Yeah, it's a mess. But you say this car does have air, so to get to all this stuff, that's all got to come off. I'm probably going to have to let it recycle it. And it does have a exhaust leak on this manifold. The donut gasket's gone. I had some friends that were like, put headers on it. Well, no, this car isn't for racing. It isn't for anything. As a matter of fact, this thing has the solenoids right here. It does have nitrous on it, but that's coming off. I mean, it's for the most part a stock engine. Yeah, I know I can do it, but I thought about putting that on something else for maybe something later. But we're going to take that off, make sure the heat and air all work on it. But let's get into oil leaks. The fuel pump, or the oil pump is down here. It's external on an AMC, and I'll show more of it when I get underneath. But it's leaking everywhere. Let's see if I can get my flashlight down in there. You can see that there's coolant down in there. It leaks coolant. There was a big oil leak right there on that filler neck, and I took care of that thinking that's what it all was. But to me, it looks like someone used the rubber gasket on the China wall. That never works. I have used them just in a pinch because I knew it wasn't going to be permanent, but that China wall looks to be leaking. The timing cover is leaking, the oil pump is leaking, the radiator is leaking, the water pump is leaking. The only thing that I believe that ain't leaking is power steering, which is amazing because usually these things are the first things to go. Well, it's empty, so no, there's some in there. But I think I'm just going to go to town and take this entire front end off this intake manifold, the whole 9 yards, and we're going to start from scratch and work our way back. It does have a charging issue. The alternator's bad. The regulator has been converted to a Ford, and You can see down there they expertly put in the spades instead of just buying the piece that pops up in there. That's all right, I guess. But yeah. But yeah, she's leaking everywhere. Wiring's a nightmare. This battery is got brand new carburetor, so we're gonna take this whole front end of this thing off. I'm gonna start with this because it's leaking too. I don't know, I might change it. I do know that since we're taking it on a long trip way down south, I am gonna put an electric fan on the front because it's the South. It's a V8, old school. Well, you know, I'll have the water system, cooling system will be upgraded, but you know, it don't have any leaks other than right here by the water pump, and possibly I'm thinking it might be the sending unit for the gauges, but we'll see. I'm gonna put a new thermostat in it, new hoses, because these are, oh yeah, they're shot. So, and I might go with a different distributor, or I need to find a longer power steering to get this away from these. I don't like them being that close. But yeah, I think with the wiring nightmare being last, I think we get all this out of here, recycle the air cleaner or the air conditioner stuff, you know, we do that correctly, and then I don't know what to do with my hands because I'm not smoking. That's why I'm doing this. I know it looks like somebody else, but I've done this for years. I do the same thing. So anyway, sorry. Let's get this thing completely apart and hope to God that nothing falls on it. My yard is notorious for trees falling on cars, and that is why I believe I have a new shop. Some fans of the band I'm in, and friends of another friend, and friends of their friends, and everybody got together and said, hey, why don't you come out? I got a spot right out in my, my work shed that's perfect for you. Great big piece of concrete. They used to build pulling tractors there. I'm like, it's not too far away. It's only 8 miles away, so we got that going for us. We may have a new place, and the first car that's going to go there is him, because I'm not crawling underneath that son of a gun anymore without the, flat surface, because that one almost fell on me, and I'm not doing that again. So we may bring him out there and build him out there, and in future videos to come, because Amber really wants that. So all right, let's get to work. So a lot of people ain't figured this out yet, but I'm blind as a bat, which means I can't, well, that ain't even gonna fit. Give me 1 second. So like I was saying, I'm blind as a bat without my glasses on long distance, but if I have them on, I can't see nothing. I know I'm supposed to have bifocals. Nope. Hey, look there, come loose. It's so nice of them to leave just enough room to get your hands in there to really grind on your knuckles on this radiator, because who wouldn't want to do that? You're not really working on something if it ain't hurting you, But I don't know what I'm gonna do with this radiator. It does have a small leak, but I don't think it's actually the radiator. It might just be this upper hose. There's the boy wanting to know if I got his truck done yet. Recording, son.
Oh. Well,
say hi.
Hi. I want to show my face.
Huh?
I don't really want to show my face.
Oh, whatever.
I know.
Well, this is gonna just take too long. So, off comes the bottom radiator hose. This radiator's got to come out. And need a flat. There, I gotta put down cardboard. Oh, that's just wonderful. That's supposed to be the petcock right there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's not there. So this bottom radiator hose is coming off, and we'll just see if we can't make it mess. Oh, it's got a chrome oil. It does have a chrome oil pan. Oh, damn. Let's see how much of a mess we can make here, huh? Try to, anyway. This is gonna spray all over me, but I really don't have a choice. She's got to come out. Really don't want to drop all the water out of it, but I guess we're going to. Oh, no mess yet. Come on, leak. Leak. Well, that just sucks. My oil pan suddenly became my antifreeze pan, because my antifreeze pan is frozen with water in it. I accidentally left it outside and it's frozen solid, so we'll just do this. I got cheap stuff in here right now. I plan on putting Peak in it, something good. There is a difference, guys. There is a huge difference. Antifreeze is not antifreeze. They got different, you know, sciences stuff in each one, and Peak is a really good one. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna let that leak out like that. That's actually pretty good. That's working pretty good right there. Better than the petcock. Let's see what she does. That is some good stuff there. Of course, that's all new. I put that in there. But it is. I'm getting old. This is getting tougher to do. Oh, my knees, my knees. Since, you know, I live in a slough. Yeah, I wonder if we can open that up a little easier. There we go. Now she's flowing. Come on, baby, get your butt out. Well, we're doing that. And now I lost my screwdriver. Dang it. So, this is what I thought was going to happen. Transmission line, cooler line, but I got to inspecting, and there's a real shady situation going on in there. So I had these all sprayed. This one came loose, okay, but you can see this is original, so it needs to go. It's on rubber line anyway back there, and look at that, it's leaking. You can turn it right in the line. So I just decided, instead of sitting here fighting it, annexed it. She's done. But, you know, now we can get the radiator out. She's empty. Got it all mixed in with my oil. That's okay. That'll go into my semi. It's already got oil in the water anyway. But that ain't too bad. But, anywho. So I just noticed this. I don't know how I missed that before. Maybe because the hoses are in there. But yeah, we're just going to get a new radiator. I'm not even going to mess with that. This one's good, but that one, I'm not taking any chances on this. If it was just a drive around town or something like that, it wouldn't be such a big deal, but we're taking this thing for like 2,000 miles, so yeah, we're just gonna put a new cooling system in it. So yeah, I got that radiator out. It's kind of a sucky job. You actually do have to take the fan off first or it will not come out and go up because this gets in your way. It's turned kind of cockeyed and that gets in your way, but wasn't a big deal. Got it out. Didn't have any injuries whatsoever. It's all good. But you can see in there, look at, I mean, that's a little bit from when I took that off, but look at that China wall is just seeping. Yeah, that's not good. Down there, it's leaking real bad. So yeah, I'm gonna take the whole front of this engine apart. We're gonna pull that timing cover off. Might even, you know, get in there and clean it up a little bit. And we'll, the water pump actually, the bearings are good in it, but I got a new one. We're gonna put it on there anyway. Replace everything we can while we're in here. Probably put a timing chain on it too. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna pull that all off there. But I hope I don't have to dig any further than just what I'm doing, because if I find something else, I don't know what we're gonna take. But here's the radiator. You can see it was leaking here and here at some point, and here. I think that's from here, but I believe there's a hole. I can feel it with my fingernail. You can see all the gunk back there in the back of that thing. Yeah, you could get it, you know, redone. I got a place here in town that does a real good job, but nah, we'll just upgrade her while we're here. So yeah, I need to start getting all this off and get that back out, and basically like I'm starting over. I'm gonna have to you know. So anyway, back to work. Well, power steering I just was able to move over, didn't hurt it a bit. I'm hoping I can maybe do the same thing with this. So I really don't want to get into this. I have a feeling it's going to need a new clutch anyway, but I might be able to just lube that up. I think it just ain't been used, but it works. The air works. Now I did notice that my fire starter 5000 was leaking as soon as I touched it, so you know, that's good. I think we're going to try to get this off, and then those alternator brackets, I got to take that alternator out anyway because it's junk. Well, actually, I think I might go have it tested just to be sure I ain't looking at something else. But you know, I'm upgrading the alternator so we can run more electronics in there because kids and all. But oh, well, that just made a noise. So yeah, it is junk. Cool. This is a brand new fuel pump. I'm gonna leave that on there. I might bring me a cookie clack or an extra one of these. I would say if you're ever gonna do a long distance drive, bring you you know, something you can hook up in a pinch, and or another fuel pump. They're cheap. They're, you know, anymore they're pretty dang cheap. So it you know, pays to be vigilant when it comes to that. So anyway, I'm gonna get the rest of this off. Captain's log. Few updates. I did get that air conditioner is on one bolt that's not on the timing cover, so I get to leave that where she sits. Alternator's already loose. I just got to take the stuff off of it. That's a beautiful job of bracketry right there where they broke that off and just decided to put it around there, so I'm gonna look for some new pieces for that. The way this runs is that distributor runs through there, and it runs the oil pump, which is out forward, kind of like some Mopars. And I should be able to take this whole thing off after I get the damper off. I can get the whole thing off, all one piece, bring it out and clean it up. Now, I took these long bolts out of right there. The nuts on them didn't move, they stayed, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. I gotta change that. But boy, did they have a god-awful stench that came out of them. Whew. But you can see close here where that China wall issue was leaking. So yeah, that's gonna have to come off too, and that's fine. You know, that's an easy job. I was just worried about this. Believe it or not, it wasn't all that bad. So there's the water pump, and it's got some rust and stuff in it, but it looks okay. I mean, I'm still changing it. Got it all off, why not? But yeah, it came off a lot easier than I thought it was going to come off. So anywho, I'm going to get back to work. I got updates. So got the timing cover off. A little bit of a bugger, but look at all that oil. It was just seeping out all over the side. Look, come on, that is some just absolute fantastic work right there. I'm not exactly sure how or why they put that much on there, but they did. And you can see here she's shot, so I'm glad I did take this off. I'm gonna have to clean these all up, and that china wall, it's just, I don't know if that is actually leaking or if it was this, if it was slinging it up. It may be okay. I may clean that up, because, you know, I can put this all back together and it won't affect me here. I can, you know, if it's still leaking, I'll just pop that sucker out of there. But yeah, we're gonna change this up big time. That's bad. Looks like it's not the pan that's leaking, but good Lord. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but geez, that's high quality. That's a whole lot too. There's that line that was leaking. Jeez, criminy sakes. Alright, well, I already have that timing cover, but I don't have a timing chain, so I'm gonna have to wait to get that in. And valve covers are leaking a little too, so I'll probably change them. I think I was gonna put some fancier ones on there, you know, dress it up a little bit for y'all if you come look at it at Power Tour. But I'll probably drive this thing every day. It's like my Cutlass. I don't have anything here that I don't drive. It's nothing sits in a shop, which maybe this one and maybe that Mustang should, but I don't care. So anyway, let's take a look. I got everything off. Got this off, came off good. Use the tool you don't ever use, guys. Don't ever use one of these. Use the one that, you know, hooks into these and pulls this part out, not on this part. I went ahead and did it the wrong way because I'm cheap and I don't have the tool. But I think by looking at this thing, it looks to be okay. There ain't no well, no, there it is. There is. I think I'm gonna get me a new one anyway. But it wasn't wore that bad. Well, there is one little spot, but it wasn't wore too bad. But I think I'm gonna get a new one of them. And this is your timing cover. This is your oil pump. It's external on AMC engines, which is awesome. So, good Lord. Could you be louder? Quiet. Ain't even using the thing. I forgot I had it on. So anyway, here we go. Timing cover off. To be honest with you guys, these timing covers, they ain't too awful expensive. If they put that amount of silicone all the way around this thing, oh look, there's still oil in the filter. It's a Hastings. If I don't have wicks on mine, it's usually a Hastings or an equivalent. Stay away from Fred. But anyway, that's a whole lot of goop. I mean, if you're putting that much on there, this thing may be warped. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it the absolute right way. Ooh, something cut into that. I think I'm just gonna get me a new timing cover just to be safe. I have the oil pump stuff, I don't need that. But yeah, so here's what's left of the teardown. Don't mind those. This is, I had to put that in there, but I think I may go with a smaller one, you know, put like an MSD style in it with like a Pertronics or something like that. That way I don't take up so much space under the hood. They're god awful big, but I put those in everything. I don't mess with points no more. It's just gone. Water pump, I got a new one of them. Got a new alternator. But yeah, we're gonna have to, I would say, yeah, looks like the gasket on the oil pan is okay, but I think I'll, you know, squeeze that sucker full of stuff too. But you know, if you need to change those, the only way to change those in these 304s is to take the motor out, and I'm not going that far. I'll loosen her up and squeeze a bunch of gunk in there before I do that. That's completely the wrong way to do it, but you know, why not? I'm not even gonna take the cam, you know, everything out. I'm just gonna clean this sucker up and replace that timing chain. I'll probably put a roller on it because that is loose, and clean this thing up real good. Maybe throw a little paint down in there, and hopefully that'll be it. So, you know, I've been doing a lot of work around here. Some of the on the D100, I ain't recording that though, because that's just maintenance crap. Once I get going, maybe we'll start putting some aftermarket stuff on it for Aiden. We'll go to there. I did snap off a exhaust manifold stud for the exhaust out, but you know, some things are a dime a dozen. Plus, I think I can drill it out. It's not that big a deal, even though I'm horrible at drilling. So I think I'm going to clean this all up, and next time you see me, we'll have all the parts together. We'll be putting this thing back together, and hopefully I got it all. Hopefully. Then we start on the, I got to do all the front suspension. I got to do the rear suspension. There's a lot to do here. So I'm going to break this down in a few videos. That way I can put the content out for you guys. You know, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video if you like it. Comment. You can email me at irishoutlaw.garage@gmail.com if you got any questions. I can put more of the work that I'm doing or how it comes off and stuff, but there's a million videos out there. I'm just showing you, you know, what I'm doing to get ready, in this case for HotRod Power Tour. So it's starting to get really nice out. My yard is muddy. My driveway is muddy because I got a rock driveway. I'm gonna try to get as much of this as I can. Some of it might be night shots, but because I drive a truck and I go back for Chicago every day, and sometimes, you know, I leave in the barely daylight and get home at the barely daylight. So I'll do the best I can to get it out. But I'm gonna get these few parts ordered, and you guys all take care of yourself. Just remember, don't use the tools that I use on that damper. Make sure you get the right one. I just don't have one, and I'm going to replace it anyway. So all right, I'm going to get all these parts a coming. I got most of them, but I don't have a timing chain. I should have thought of that. Hopefully there's nothing else, but other than that exhaust and the alternator, the charging system, this thing's ready to go. Oh, I'm going to get that nitrous system off there too and just put a spacer in it. Then I got to start tuning that carburetor. I never have done that yet. So you guys stay safe, take care of yourself. Summer's coming. Take care. And don't forget, you can see me on Instagram at Irish Outlaw Garage, Facebook Irish Outlaw Garage, and I am in the works of getting some shirts done. So that's coming up next. It'll be a simple black shirt, white lettering. I'm going to try to get to that as soon as I can. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like the videos if you like them, or not. Maybe hit the notifications. I got a lot coming. This is still a new venture for me as far as having all of this camera thing. I'm still learning, but suggestions, comments, likes, dislikes, cusses, just don't go too crazy, because YouTube will go, hey, you can't say that, you know. But you guys all be safe. It's getting to that season where you're going to see a lot of motorcycles out. You know, watch for them. We're out there. But I appreciate you. Irish Outlaw Garage, and we're out of here. And then I don't know what to do with my hands because I'm not smoking.